Hello and welcome to the Great American Race in Daytona Beach, Florida for the Daytona 500. The Aflac Cup Series Season 13 is finally here, and we are ready to let 42 drivers race and draft and compete on this 2.5-mile super speedway. A nice look at the fresh faces for Season 13. Who will come out on top at the very end? We'll have to find out later this year, but it all starts right here, going for that Harley J. Earl Trophy. Now let's check out our drivers to watch for in the Daytona 500. Team Magi has returned to the Aflac Cup Series. Gino Harvey in that Aflac Chevrolet and Carter Adelman in the Celsius Chevrolet will compete here today, starting mid-pack for the Daytona 500. Tyler Reddick, he's taking over for the reigning champion, Kurt Busch. And that number 45 Toyota got a lot to live up to. Adrenaline Motorsports, a new team with Jack Mitchell and Jamie McMurray, both starting deep in the field, trying to get used to the Aflac Cup Series action. Welcome, Jack Mitchell, in his first Aflac Cup Series start today. Kyle Busch has the big move over to Richard Childress Racing. He takes over at number 8 for the departing Tyler Reddick. And Joey Logano, is he the leader of the pack today? Well, he's on the pole. We'll have to find out how well he does from the start of the field. And then Team Hendrick, a lot of fast race cars, including Kyle Larson starting second today, William Byron starting fourth in that Exalta Chevrolet, and the runner-up, Chase Elliott, for the championship in Season 12. The runner-up, he starts fifth. All those Hendrick cars draft very well. Look for them to be towards the front of the field today. Stewart-Haas Racing is closing down after Season 13. This is their last go-around for a championship. Can Chase Briscoe or Ryan Preece get the win here today? Now for the command. Drivers, start your engines. The cars have been fired and they roll off here for the Daytona 500. Now for your starting lineup. Joey Logano on the front row next to Kyle Larson. Austin Dillon and William Byron fill out row 2, and Chase Elliott and Michael McDowell in row 3. Row 4, we have Austin Cindric and Kyle Busch. Row 5 is Ross the Boss Chastain next to Harrison Burton. Todd Gillen and Riley Herbst in row 6. And row 7 is Stewart-Haas teammates Ryan Preece and Chase Briscoe. Chris Buescher and Noah Gragson in row 8. And in row 9, it's Alex Bowman and Ryan Blaney. Row 10, we find Daniel Suarez and Carter Adelman. In row 11, it's AJ Allmendinger and Eric Jones. Row 12 fills in Josh Berry next to Daniel Hemrick for Call League Racing. Brad Keselowski next to Martin Truex Jr. in row 13. Gino Harvey returns in row 14 next to Bubba Wallace. And then Ty Gibbs and Justin Haley fill out row 15. Sitting in row 16 is Ricky Stenhouse next to Christopher Bell. Row 17 is Corey LaJoie and Denny Hamlin. Row 18 finds Jimmy Johnson next to Tyler Reddick. Zane Smith next to Carson Hocevar in row 19. John Hunter Nemechek and Jamie McMurray in row 20. Row 21 is Jack Mitchell next to J.J. Yaley. 12 laps here at Daytona today. Track temperature, we have 98 degrees. It's clear and sunny. Previous winner was from Season 11. That would be Chase Elliott. We are ready. Are you? Let's do this. Green flag is in the air for the Daytona 500. Joey Logano and Kyle Larson on the front row. Oh, Dillon gets to the inside of Logano. Logano spins out. No caution. Gets it steering in the right direction. The cars fly by around him as they go down the backstretch. Logano losing tons of positions. He's going to come to pit road, but look at Kyle Larson. William Byron and Chase Elliott lead the pack as they go through the tri-oval. Oh, we got cars spinning in the back. It's Corey LaJoie around into the field, collecting many drivers in the back of the pack, including Jack Mitchell in his first Aflac Cup Series start. Team Adrenaline also lost both drivers in that crash, Jack Mitchell and Jamie McMurray, as we are under red flag conditions in the Daytona 500. We cut to Corey LaJoie spinning around. Let's see what happened. Oh, he goes around off the bumper of his teammate Zane Smith into Ty Gibbs. John Hunter Nemechek hard into the outside wall. Carson Hocevar on his side. Not what you want to see in the opening laps of the Daytona 500. Right there is Adrenaline Motorsports getting caught up in it. J.J. Yaley gets into Jack Mitchell right at the end there. And let's watch Carson Hocevar. He's riding behind Jimmy Johnson there. And here comes Corey LaJoie. Oh, LaJoie just spears into him, getting Hocevar on his side. You see Ty Gibbs get involved there. Looks like he's going to continue on. So Ty Gibbs in the Monster Energy Toyota involved, but he will keep racing. Carson Hocevar getting the hook to the garage. Zane Smith, the one who kind of started it all, getting into Corey LaJoie off of Turn 4. Turn 4 has always been tricky at Daytona. Cars get really loose coming off of Turn 4, so it's key not to get into the back of anybody coming off of Turn 4. Well, Zane Smith learned that the hard way, getting into Corey LaJoie. See Ty Gibbs, he's going to keep going, and red flag conditions have been lifted. We'll get back racing here soon. Joey Logano, coming off the tri-oval to start the race, gets spun out by Austin Dillon. Yeah, Dillon had a lane there. Definitely had a lane. You see the Hendrick Motorsports drivers teaming up there. Logano will continue on, although frustrated, but he still has a chance to win this thing. All right, it's time to pull the pedal to the metal. Green flag is back in the air for Kyle Larson and William Byron on the front row. Green flag back in the air. You see Larson go up top to lead that Hendrick parade in the top lane. They clear out easily, leading the top three around the high side. Look at Austin Cindric getting a push from Stuart Haas racing teammates. Team Penske is always a factor when it comes to these plate racing tracks. No surprise to see Cindric competing for the lead as they go down the backstretch. Austin Cindric and Kyle Larson side by side for the race lead. Larson gets the pull in the turn 3 and 4. Off of 4, leading that lap is Kyle Larson. Ooh, Chase Elliott looking to the outside of his teammate, getting help from Ross Chastain. 3 wide, mid-pack. Here comes Elliott around the outside, getting the push from Ross Chastain to the race lead. Chastain's going to try and keep that momentum with, Todd Gillen gets into him. Gets Ross Chastain out of the way. Todd Gillen moving up to second. The Todd father going for the lead here. Elliott blocks the momentum from that mid lane. Here comes Alex Bowman, the missing Team Hendrick driver, coming into the mix. Bowman enters the top 5. He's going to have a run on the high side. He's going to take it with Austin Dillon. Elliott goes to block. Oh, late block. Crash. Chase Elliott causes the big one at Daytona. Oh, my goodness. Way over 10 drivers involved in this one. That is a lot of torn up race cars. Riley Herbst caught in midair. Austin Dillon involved. Oh, my God. That just shook up the whole field here at Daytona. Riley Herbst getting checked out. You have Chase Elliott just sitting there. Oh my goodness. A late block by the 9 ends up causing the big one, taking out 3 of the Hendrick Motorsports drivers. Eric Jones getting some airtime right there. Oh, Elliott should have just let Bowman have that momentum. Gets William Byron into it. There's Carter Adelman involved. Oh, Chris Buescher and Suarez. Chastain involved. Josh Berry getting into that one. And here it is one last time. Larson gets turned by Michael McDowell. McDowell ends up getting through. So does Todd Gillen. Austin Dillon not so fortunate. And oh my goodness, that is a lot of race cars involved in this crash. You see Ryan Blaney, Josh Berry, Ricky Stenhouse was involved. 17 cars officially involved in this crash. Some not as damaged as others, as you can see. And then here's the others involved. Chastain, Cindric, Dillon, Larson. These are your big hitters right here for the 500. William Byron going away. Riley Herbst was moving towards the front. Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon. Not a good crash to be named Austin. And Chase Elliott, of course, going to the garage area. All right, cleanup has been finished, and we are ready to go back. Green flag racing here. Green flag is back in the air. Alex Bowman takes the lead from Michael McDowell, and here comes Chase Briscoe on the outside with A.J. Allmendinger. We're going to have new faces up front now after 17 cars. taken out. Oh, look at Alex Bowman try and block that run from Briscoe. That's going to hurt both of them. Here comes Allmendinger runner on the outside with a push from Gino Harvey and Daniel Hemrick. Colleague Racing drivers finding the front here. No surprise there. They have really good restrictor plate racing strategies and cars. Allmendinger and Hemrick leading the field with Gino Harvey and Team Magi in third place. Here comes Martin Truex Jr. with help from Ty Gibbs. Look at Ty Gibbs moving towards the front. Oh, Hemrick blocks Kyle Busch, slows up the pack behind him. Harvey gets run over by McDowell and into the inside wall, causing a caution. On lap 10, 3 laps to go, Kyle Busch is not happy with Daniel Hemrick. And look at Hemrick block Kyle Busch. What a save by Rowdy there. And ends up collecting Gino Harvey, unfortunately, who was having a great run in his return to the Aflac Cup Series in the 04. And ends up getting taken out there. But good save by Kyle Busch. Great save. And unfortunately, that's not McDowell or Harvey's fault. Just got caught up trying to check up. And that's what happens at these restrictor plate races. All right, 2 laps to go. Allmendinger and Truex on the front row. You see Ty Gibbs in the top 5 after being involved in that lap 2 crash. Green flag is in the air, and Gibbs going to push Truex to the front. Ty Gibbs and Denny Hamlin now forming a Joe Gibbs Racing line. Truex goes down to block the run from Daniel Hemrick. Gibbs gets to the outside of Truex. Coming to the white flag, Ty Gibbs has the race lead. Hemrick making it 3 wide with Truex and Hamlin for second. Here they come, 3 wide for the race lead. Truex gets to the clear. Here comes Hemrick with a push from Kyle Busch. Daniel Hemrick to the lead. He's going to win. Oh, no, he's not. He gets turned. Kyle Busch. No, it's Ty Gibbs who wins. Ty Gibbs at the line wins the Daytona 500. Oh, my goodness, so much happening coming through the tri-oval. Big crash behind them. Hemrick gets turned. Kyle Busch almost wins his first 500, but it's going to be Ty Gibbs getting him at the line. Oh my goodness, what a finish for the Daytona 500. There's Tyler Reddick spinning through the infield. Oh my goodness, Kyle Busch had the run. Hemrick with a terrible block. Ty Gibbs gets the win. How about that? Reddick is done. Actually, everyone's done for the day. I don't know what I'm saying. But that's the finish. Cars getting towed to the garage area. Alex Bowman completes the Team Hendrick sweep for wrecking out of this race. Ricky Stenhouse. There's Denny Hamlin getting caught up in this one. Unfortunately, we tear up race cars coming to the checkered flag. Bubba Wallace and then Martin Truex Jr. in his last Aflac Cup Series season almost wins the Daytona 500. And Daniel Hemrick, you got to be gutted for him. But it's Ty Gibbs involved in a crash early, comes back and wins Daytona. How about that for Ty Gibbs in his first full-time season, winning the Daytona 500. I believe this is his second career start as well. Awesome job, Ty Gibbs, winning here in Daytona. Now let's check out our race results from the Daytona 500. Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Daniel Hemrick, Martin Truex Jr., Michael McDowell, your top 5. Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Reddick, the Todd Father, and Bubba Wallace, your top 10. Ricky Stenhouse, Allmendinger, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, and Justin Haley round out your top 15. Blaney, Priest, Burton, Logano, and Keselowski, your top 20. It's weird to see that Brad Keselowski wasn't a factor today. He's always really good at these plate tracks. Just couldn't find the front. Jimmy Johnson and Josh Berry round up the on-track results. Gino Harvey, Elliott, Dillon, Cendric, Chastain, Riley Herbst, all involved in crashes today. Jones, Busher, Suarez, Adelman, Gregson, your top 35. Corey LaJoie, Jack Mitchell, McMurray, Nemechek, Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, and J.J. Yaley finishing 42nd. Now your point standings are going to look very similar to the finishing results here. 50 points to the race winner, Ty Gibbs. 45 to second, Kyle Busch. 43, Daniel Hemrick. 41 to Truex. 39, 37, and then after 6th place, they all start counting by ones. You see your top 20, Brad Keselowski's in the 20th position. Point standings, going to be honest, don't really matter after the first race, especially a race like Daytona. It's really going to start shaking up. You're going to see who rises to the top around race 4 or 5 this season. So right now, people are just going to have to find out where they're at. Some people have a lot of building to do in Season 13. There's your finish. Ty Gibbs by a nose over Kyle Busch as they crash, coming to the line. What a finish here. Next race, we'll see you at the Coleman Motor Speedway. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is JG24, JM26, signing out.